So in the previous video, we ended up getting our stamina pretty much in a decent spot. However, we have some issues, primarily with the prediction, and the way we're using the scope prediction window is not correct. And after doing a little bit of thinking of a more, realistic kind of sense, I decided to not bother trying to go through and actually say predict this. So for reference, if I go to say something more along the lines of average latency, to where we have, we'll just say roughly like 60 or so ping. So I'd say kind of on the higher side by modern standards. It's really not a concern. Now, currently this is using the predictive window, and you can see it is double applying, and we're getting some warnings here. We're just going to avoid all that and remove this logic entirely back to the way it was before we were actually applying the cost. Now, there is a small change that I do want to make with how we are, I guess you could say, committing or applying the cost rather. And we'll come to that here in a second. But that's going to make it to where we're not dependent on the actual attribute itself with the file. So now, if we watch with, semi-normal latency, we can see that the stamina is much, much closer to something, it's pretty responsive. And to me, I am simply happy with that. So what I was referring to is here we apply the cost, then we, check is our current stamina, good enough, blah, blah, blah. What we can do instead is commit the ability, and there's also commit execute, which would likely actually work in this context, but we want to commit the ability, pass in the current spec handle, current actor info, and the current activation info. And if we look at it, we can see, first off, if we cannot commit, we'll return false. Then we're going to go through and commit execute and everything else, which actually, if we look at commit execute really quick, we can see it does apply the cost and cooldown, but it does return true if everything so far seems good to go. So what we're going to do is basically if committability is false, meaning we don't even have the right amount of stamina. So if we cannot commit ability, then we simply end the ability, like so. And that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and also remove the apply cost and give it a try. I keep forgetting that that function actually exists because I rarely use it when, quite frankly, I should more often, but my bad. Okay, let's give this another try. Make sure it does in fact work. So we're at 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 0, and we stop sprinting. We can't jump, and we can't sprint. So that tells us that everything is pretty much good to go in terms of our sprint. And same thing, whenever we go through and we perform our jump, so I press space, we go right to 75. And even if I spam, so when I spammed it, now we have a little bit of a bug. So that'll be something to take note of. So basically if I wonder if it happens if I double tap. Okay, so I can continually jump as long as I'm not spamming it. So it does seem like there's some sort of, I don't know what that issue would be considered. Oh, and go figure, that time it works just fine. So not entirely sure what caused that problem. Anyways, if that happens during playtesting, that'll be something I'll make note of and come back to regarding to try to resolve. But anyhow, that is going to be all for this video. I just wanted to make it very quick so we're all kind of on the same page, I guess, so to speak, and kind of get this up and going. Now, I do want to also change it over to committability because that way it can also apply the cost cooldown, or sorry, not the cost, the cooldown. So if we head over to our gas, movement, jump, let's change our apply cost with commit ability. Like so. And that's pretty much it. because I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to make use of the cooldown effect. I've never used it before, but I just need to kind of research and see because it may be something that is kind of what I'm looking for with basically having it to where you can't spam jump or you have to wait a certain amount of time kind of before you can start sprinting again, that kind of stuff. But, anyways, that's going to be all for this video, and I will see you in the next one. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.